Welcome back to another episode of What I Did Not Like Working for the IRS. And I'm kidding. Let's talk about going exempt. I see you in the comments. I see people in the comments. Go exempt. Taxes are voluntary. You should go exempt. I don't pay taxes. There's no laws that said you have to pay taxes. And again, I don't disagree or agree. I'm only going to share with you how the IRS sees this and how they handle those cases. So let's talk about going exempt. Being exempt, you are changing your W-4. You're telling your employer not to withhold any taxes for you. No federal withholding, no Social Security tax, no Medicare tax, things like that. However, people tell you to go exempt while still participating in the tax system. What does it mean to participate in the tax system? You are still working a 9-to-5, a W-2, you're a wage earner. You have a small business and you're being taxed as an S Corp, C Corp, even when you have businesses that are inside of a trust. Again, you are participating in the tax system. Not only are you still participating in the tax system, at the end of the year, you have people still filing taxes. So my question is, why, if you're going to go exempt, why are you still participating in the tax system, right? And this is not to make anyone feel bad. I want to give you this information so that way you can be informed. So people tell you to go exempt and they still participate in the tax system. All of those events are taxable events when you work a job and you earn wages or whatever. Some of you receive a 1099 NEC, you receive a 1099, you receive a K1, you receive all these different forms at the end of the year that's reporting earned income. And the IRS, again, that information gets reported to them. And yet you have no withholdings or nothing withheld. You went exempt. So now when it's time for you to file your taxes at the end of the year, you owe all this money because you had nothing withheld. So when you have monies withheld in the beginning throughout the year, that money is being set aside for you so that when you pay your taxes, when you file your taxes at the end of the year, that money is your credit to the wages that you've earned. So instead of paying it all at once, you're paying it, in increments throughout the year. So at the end of the year, you should not owe as much if you have enough money taken out. So you're going exempt, but you're still participating in the tax system. That doesn't make any sense to me. And again, I'm not here to say if you should or if you shouldn't. I care because I don't want people owing all of this money. And the fact is that this is the tax system that we have no choice. These are the Congress enacted taxing people on their earned income. The IRS, they're their daddy's kids. All right. So again, they don't put these in place. They just enforce it. So we have a tax system that we have to play in, unfortunately. So I want you guys to play it the right way. So understand that going exempt is not going to exempt you from paying taxes if you're still participating in the tax system, right? So what you're doing is that, throughout the year, you are bringing home more of your money, more of your paycheck. But at the end of the year, if you are still going to file a tax return, what was the purpose? I will say this, that if you have dependents, when you have children and you get certain tax credits, it might not affect you as much. What will happen is that you will get less. So let's say you're someone who gets earned income credit, you get child tax credit. Those credits are going to be lowered because those credits are used to reduce your tax liability, right? To reduce your tax liability. So your refund would be lower, will be less, but at least you won't owe. Now, those of you who don't have any dependents and you don't take many tax credits or deductions, you're going to owe pretty much all of the tax, right? So I want you guys to understand what it means to go exempt. And I'll come back and talk about what it means to when people say that taxes are voluntary, right? Not how I defined it, but how the IRS defines that. Because again, all of the things that you guys are saying, go exempt and, taxes are voluntary, they already know that these are the things that people are saying. So you have in the IRS manual, they tell you how to handle these calls and how to handle these taxpayers when they call in and say and use those phrases. So again, going exempt. Think about that before you change your W-4. You're going exempt and you're still participating in the tax system. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so hopefully this helps, and I'll come back because I have time today and I want to share a little more with you guys. I want to inform you, and that's my purpose here, to inform you, to educate you. And also the workbook, Behind the Desk Beside the People, Real Talk from an insider, right? An IRS insider. This information has so much, this workbook has so much information, and I break it down in plain and simple terms, okay? So hopefully you guys have a good day, and I'm sure this will not be the last time you hear from me today because I got time today. Have a good day, guys.